What's going on, boys and girls? Welcome back to another Echocalypse video. Happy New Year's to everybody, and I am excited for this one. So, if you guys don't know, my free-to-play account is actually tied to the biggest and most badass guild. Shout out to Eden, Kasumi, and the gang. Specifically today, I want to talk about the biggest, baddest player that we have in our guild, and also the guild syndicate. Let's call it syndicate because that's what it is. And also, in general, the most powerful player on global currently, and that is none other than Cardboard. So I'm going to show you guys real quick where this man stands, how much of a maniac he is, and a lot of people have been asking me, how is it possible that he's getting this much power? So I've actually had the opportunity and privilege to talk to Cardboard. Shout out to him for spending some time with me to go over his account, what he's been doing to this point as a whale, and obviously how he's got so much power. Now, first thing I want to say, disclaimer, he's going to say it in his comments, you guys are going to see it. I always say it in all of my videos when it talks about whales or anything, is please be responsible about how you spend. Remember, when you see this is somebody who can afford it. This is somebody who knows what he's doing in terms of his spending, and it's completely up to him. If you are having issues with spending or gambling, please turn this video off. It's not something you want to watch because it may convince you to make a silly mistake like using all your money towards a gacha. Don't do it. I'm free to play. Follow my lead if that's the case, okay? So, you guys can see here, I am most likely the lowest power in the entire guild, and you guys can see here, Cardboard, in fact, smashes Mr. Smash, no offense to Mr. Smash, in terms of everything that he has, power-wise and all. So, let's look at his account, and then I'm going to go to my Discord. You guys can see exactly what he's doing. His advice for whales, if you plan to spend the way he spent. And remember, by no means is his advice set in stone. This is the biggest whale, what he did to get there, outside of spending as fast and hard as he can. But if some people were interested, so I'm kind of doing this for you. Okay, so let's check out his personal file here. So Cardboard, 24 million power. Eden, we'll check out his dormitory shortly. His medals, this is his current lineup. So you've got Rayon, Aiken, this is Vivi, this is her new outfit. Everything is, you can see everything is maxed out duped, right? 7 stars, everyone's 6. We got Shiyu, Kiki, and Levia. So he could choose between Levia and Audrey because they're both 7 stars, and he still gets 100 rage. Levia does more damage as a 7-star in this case, so he's using her. You can see his pets are also maxed out here, at +5. He's got 2 more slots that he can unlock, and then his SSR Neo lists are almost all maxed out except for the last 2 here. Number 1 in cage fights. Popularity 45,000 is dormitory, and he's at 150 kilometers for the Abyss program, and 1678 is where he is, and he's got everything unlocked. Okay, that's currently out right now. So if check out his dormitory. You guys can see here, this man does not play around. It looks like he spends luxury, he lives in luxury, and he does not mess around with either floor because everything looks pretty damn amazing. Like, I want to live here. Girls make room, man. Payne's making his way into the dormitory. So, shout out to my boy. Killing it. Again, please, guys, though, I will say this right now. Do not spend like this if you cannot afford it. Remember, it's a pixel at the end of the day, and you will lose all of this when the game shuts down. Now, with that being said, let's go to my Discord, and we'll talk about what he is, what he's done. And this is Cardboard here on my Discord. Okay, so you guys can see here, I have him on streamer mode, but he's available. So I've asked him to give me a little bit of a breakdown in regards to what he's done with power. Okay, so let's talk about this. So power progression, source of power, and impact. Cases. These are your units. For those who are brand new, cases means units, okay? Case power, high impact. So thank you for breaking it down this way. There's high, medium, low. Like you do any risk assessment, this is what he's talking about. So high impact. Breakpoints and power also tend to come at 4 stars, after which it takes 2 characters to continue to LB, as you guys are aware. 2 to go to 5, 2 to go to 6, and then 3 to go to 7, okay? So decide what is more financially feasible for you. Higher LB also gives you more points in showroom library, which is very true, which also gives fair, sizable, all-character power boost. Now, if you guys don't know what showroom is, I've talked about this numerous times in regards to power. If I go back here, you guys can see the showroom is, I apologize, guys, I have a runny nose right now, is in your complex, and right here, right? This library, your showroom, this place here is what he's talking about. So the more you level this up, the more you upgrade characters, the more this data level goes up and all of your powers go up. So this is what he's referring to, okay? So this is high impact, getting yourself dupes. Pretty straightforward, right? Case links. These are your links that I was talking about earlier. So case links, just so you guys are aware, are like this right here. If you go to your leisure center, or if you go to just a character, you can see the links. But right here, you've got a whole organizational chart. These are the links that are connected to these characters. And if you have links, the more power the characters get. Pretty straightforward stuff, okay? So right over here, you guys can see here, medium high impact, fulfilling the links of your main party can provide tens of thousands of power. This is why I was saying, when you have an option between a dupe versus a link, get the link instead. Promise you guys it makes a bigger difference. In most cases, right? In most cases. Case level augment, medium low impact. This tends to be part of the natural progression anyway, so it's not something you necessarily need to actively avoid, but you may think about deprioritizing level up mat. So the augmentation is the ability to get your characters up right over here. Let's go back all the way to the beginning, home. See your cases, your squad or whatever. If you go to boost, augmentation is right here. Okay, this is your ability to tier up, essentially. Okay, so that's what he's referring to there. So that's your case high to low risk impact. Okay, so or high to prioritization from high to low. Excuse me. In terms of rest of the pieces, I'd say overall, Elemenos, overall, Vibration, and Neolith. So Elemenos is the pet system you unlock at level 60. So unless you're at level 60, you're not going to see this power increase. But when you are there, this takes priority. Vibration Arms is next. Neolith only here by virtue of power for LBs and augments, but incredibly hard to progress due to the dog shit rates. He's absolutely right. Chimeras, equipment, and affinity. So you guys can see here, that's the level of power. Elemenos at level 60 makes the biggest impact. I think he's got roughly about 10 million power from that. Speaking of affinity, try to feed only favored gifts. Only SSR gifts have favored. Purple and blue items are all the same. After that, try and level up. Try to level all affinities with your party, mainly focusing on your party. For example, if you can level up affinity of your Teslavic case equally. And I've talked about this already in my bonds video as well as my power video. So very good advice there, because I totally agree. In terms of what he does day to day, stamina is by far the biggest limiting factor. Any possible source of nutrient solutions, get it. Daily bundles, limited bundles, daily personal syndicate missions, etc. My redemption in events is limited items, furniture, emote sets, etc. SSR shards come next after that. Depending on how insane you are, cage fights also have a very low chance to give 2 nutrient solutions, so you consider buying more fights for a chance at those, which he's right, but you have to win in order to get those cards. Just an FYI on that. It's not if you lose, you don't get a chance to even go for those, okay? So I just want to put that extra little caveat in there. Same goes for time-gated things like DO and purifications. Use your IRID to max out additional attempts where possible. Again, this is a whale thing, not a free-to-play thing. Just please keep that in mind. If you're a bigger spender, you're probably going to have lots of pity currency, draw points. Make sure you take advantage of your free refreshes and procurement and max out, and not max out. Max is 5, just so you guys are aware. Difficulty of EXP acquisition, in my experience, is Chimera, Neolith, and equipment. This is why I use all my purple development resource selection chests on the Leviathan Tooth. Okay, so that might be a big one for some of you guys. He's absolutely right. The Chimera stuff is really, really hard to get. Small points of progression add up, and the game doesn't always do a good job making sure you know. For example, don't neglect your furniture. Higher comfort gives global stats, or forget to work on your affinities. And I've talked about this in my power stuff as well too, right? Also, don't be afraid to ask questions, either in World Chat or Discord. Global has some alternations from C, but generally C vets have many pearls of wisdom, so ask them and listen. So this is where I've been kind of going with my advice as well too. Shout out to all those guys who've been helping me out put that stuff together. Thoughts on spending, and this is where I was coming through, right? First and foremost, never ever spend beyond your means. At the end of the day, it's just a game. Whatever glory you think you're getting is temporary, and he's absolutely right. So shout out to you, Cardboard, for giving the proper message. You may have better luck racing for top 10 or newer servers, but generally speaking, 1K, that's $1,000, is table stakes. And to keep up or try to race on older servers is likely to be substantially more, if not outright impossible, because of all the time-gated events. So do not go to an old server and try to be number 1. It's not going to happen. Buy all the time-limited delay permanent items like Eternal Accord, mining agreements, etc. Do not spend your diamonds as rolls. Again, this is more for whales. They should be used on buying limited time currency bundles and skins. You saw what this is, the diamonds he's referring to is the pay-to-win diamonds, by the way, not the Irid, okay? Speaking of skins, get them all. The 1% all case bonus adds up, and it's likely the best bang for your buck, which he's right. Please, let's be honest, these skins are the real reason you're playing the game anyways. Again, also right. Not all limited bundles are born equal. I would actually use the web store bundles as reference points, as I found they actually provide the most useful bundle contents. For example, in terms of VARM value, VARM is V-arms. Those are the arms you get for weapons, vibration arms. Leveling, you end up needing way more crystalline cells than heterogeneous cells or solutions, so favor bundles that give you more of those. Okay, so there you guys go. I told him I'd look over. This is his team comp. You guys can kind of see where his power lies. His Rayon. I believe this is his Kiki. It's a crazy amount of power. One character has more power than my whole account. It's wild. 4.2. Oh my god, that outfit. 4.418, 3.9, and 3.5. Okay, and these are his animals, right? These are the pets that he has. They give insane amount of power, by the way, so they are very, very good to have. And this is his setup for his team. Okay, 21 links, everyone's maxed out, and yeah, I've not asked him, and I'm not going to ever ask what he pays in regards to his account. I never asked that question. It's none of my business. No one's business, really. You can do the math yourself if you really want to. You guys can see what he has from a power perspective. My suggestion to you is simple. If you are trying to be competitive in this game, don't be. It's crazy. And I mean, Cardboard has already mentioned it, right? It's not for the weak at heart. And this game is meant to take every penny out of your wallet. But if you are planning to spend, here is the best way to do it from the biggest whale in the game. So thank you to Cardboard. Shout out to you, my man. Appreciate your time and effort. This is Payne. Hope you enjoyed the video. For those whales who are wondering, there is your answer. And for all of the things that he does, enjoy the game, guys. Have fun with it. Free to play is very viable in this. If you just want to have fun with the PvE aspect and some PvE. And again, shout out to Eden. I honestly wouldn't be as far ahead as I am if it wasn't for them, because of the fact that they buy so much damn tickets and stuff. I get to use the syndicate ticket system to get myself some more Irid, making my life a lot easier for pulls and stuff. So yeah, I honestly, finding a good syndicate, and I've said this from day one, is absolutely key. All right, guys, I'll see you guys on the next one. Happy New Year.